Hi, my name is Natalie and welcome back to my YouTube channel, and also happy September to you guys. It is finally a new month and this is going to be the very first video for this month, so I'm super excited for you guys to watch it. But pretty much I got hit up on Instagram by one of my followers, and she suggested that I do this video. As you might have read from the title, I'm going to be giving you guys tips and tricks on how to have an aesthetically pleasing Instagram feed. I'm going to start off by showing you guys my actual Instagram feed. If you haven't seen it before or you don't follow me on Instagram, my Instagram username is nat.menjivar. And yeah, I'll be putting the feed somewhere on the screen on either side. But pretty much the theme and aesthetic that I was going for my current feed is really meadow, flower girl vibes, very nature, light colors, summer colors, whites, pinks, blues, greens. And it's something different from my normal aesthetic or what I've been used to in the past few months and years. The number one tip that I have in order to make your feed aesthetically pleasing, it is to do your research. You have to decide what you want your Instagram feed to look like if you are deciding to have a consistent theme going on. This can revolve around like an actual idea and theme, or it can revolve around a color scheme or something important in your life. And so I do usually research for the way that I want my Instagram feed to look like. You don't have to necessarily do this. I usually have been looking at other influencers and other people on Instagram to see how they organize their feeds. A lot of them are kind of people that I aspire to be like and aspire to create content like, and they all had this same reoccurring trend of meadows and flower girl and nature. And so I thought, okay, let me go off of that. And then I did further research in terms of what type of content do I want to create on my Instagram to maintain this theme. And so that's where I use Pinterest, and I might have told you guys about my current Instagram feed theme going on that video where I was explaining Pinterest to you guys. But pretty much I use Pinterest to create a mood board to follow this feed idea. And so I just pinned a bunch of images that I think relate to what I want my feed to look like and what type of photography angles were taken, whether it was full body shots, selfies. But that's what my Pinterest looks like, and you guys can actually go on that Pinterest board if you are interested. You can just look me up as Natalie Menjivar on Pinterest, or you can also use my username, which I believe is nat_Menjivar. Tip number 2 is creating content that kind of is similar to one another and will help you have a feed that flows consistently and cohesively. So this sometimes is good and easy for people when they live in a certain area that gives a specific vibe, and they have the opportunity to go places that probably have that specific vibe that they're going for. I have been working on my feed. It hasn't come as easy as it looks, maybe, just because I live in a city urban area, and so we don't have a lot of nature. There's not a lot of flowers, but I do have a backyard, and we do have parks, and we do go on trips, and so that's where I've been having the time to create my content. And again, I like to have my Instagram a certain way, but you guys definitely can, again, depending on your theme, create content based on whatever's around you. When it comes to editing your pictures, I can do a whole other video on just editing my pictures, but recently with my feed, I haven't really been using a lot of editing. I kind of use the picture for what it is and then kind of just elevate maybe saturation or brightness or exposure, and I kind of bring it up a little bit. So I'm not going to go too deep into how I edit my pictures because it's kind of different for each one, but I am going to show you guys the apps that I use in order to edit and prepare my Instagram and my Instagram feed. And so the apps that I use for editing are mainly Snapseed, which I literally use for any type of picture. Even if it's not for Instagram, I will edit pictures on Snapseed. There is also Viscose, and recently I got Lightroom. Lightroom has been coming in handy in terms of colors, but Viscose was kind of the one I'd always go to in terms of filters. Now I don't use Viscose as much, but if you are interested and don't really want to overthink your feed and the way you're going to be editing your pictures, obviously Viscose and other apps have pre-made filters or, presets that you can easily use and create a whole feed from. So definitely use that to your advantage if you don't have time to be editing pictures, or if you don't really feel like doing it. Presets are something that are easy and quick to use in terms of creating a really consistent feed. Preparing my feed, I actually plan my feed out, and I have the app Unum, or I'm not really sure how you pronounce it, but UNUM. That is the app that I use, and you'll be seeing it on the screen also. But pretty much you put in your information, you put in your Instagram information, and it uploads your current Instagram feed. Now, you can't do anything to the pictures that are already on your Instagram feed. You can't do anything with them on the app, but you can add more pictures and move them around, the ones that you did add. And so that's how I kind of get to see what is going on my feed, color-wise and content-wise. I'm not going to put like two selfies right next to each other because that's not what I specifically do with my Instagram. I'll probably put like a product image and then an outfit image, like a full body, and then a selfie. And so Unum has been a really great tool to use in order to prepare my Instagram, and everyone who asks me about my feed, I kind of tell them, use this. It helps you plan your Instagram, and it's amazing. My last tip or trick or suggestion that I have in terms of planning your Instagram feed is just try to have fun with it. Sometimes I can get pretty overwhelmed and stressed out about my Instagram feed just because that's something that I like to have control of and like a certain way. But at the end of the day, I personally have to tell myself, look, it's just Instagram. It's something that just came out one day and might not be popular in a couple of years or months. And so you have to remember that it's something that you shouldn't be stressing about. Your Instagram is going to look the way it is organically most of the time. You don't have to worry about it. Sometimes I do plan shoots and I do plan outfits and certain ways that I want my images to look, but that's just because that's how I want to be with my Instagram, and that's kind of what I think is going to help me be able to work with companies, because that's something I do want to do more of. And especially now during like COVID and not having a job, it's something that I feel like is giving me that opportunity to be a professional and have my own portfolio of work that I've done, and can potentially help me in terms of getting a social media job or a public relations job. But sometimes also some successful Instagrams and people that get a lot of followers don't even have a certain aesthetic. So you just have to be yourself with it. It's something that just comes with time. It's something that I've been doing for a long time also, since I've gotten Instagram, and I easily know how to edit pictures, or I know exactly what to use in terms of like enhancing them and making them look the way that I want them to look, and keeping that constant aesthetic. I hope you guys enjoyed these tips that I had for you guys in terms of making your feed look pretty, look nice, look cute. If you have any questions, you can definitely DM me on Instagram. As I said before, my username is nat.mendravor, or you could comment down below on this video and let me know if you have any questions or comments or anything. I am totally here to hear you guys out, and if you have any other suggestions in terms of videos, please let me know about it, because this is a great video idea. And I had been thinking of actually filming it, but then the fact that one of my followers kind of just like told me, oh, you should make a video on this, that kind of sealed the deal for me, and I was like, okay, let me just make this YouTube video, especially if there is someone who's interested in learning more. Once again, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, like this video, and hit the bell icon to get notified every time I post a video. And I will see you guys real soon. Stay safe, and yeah, bye.